Hiya, I'm Mika, and welcome back to Professor Layton and the Miracle Mask. The story so far. Upon their arrival in Ledore, Luke, Emmy, and the Professor witness one of the Masked Gentleman's dark miracles. Masked miscreant. After their pursuit, the masked miscreant comes up empty, and they head to the estate of Angela Ledore. On the way, they're accosted by some hooligans who want to play a cup game. No? You don't want to talk about the hooligans? I want to talk about the hooligans. Probably going to see them again anyway. It doesn't matter much. This must be the Ledore estate. After 18 years, I'm a bit nervous to see Angela again, if you can believe that. I believe it. Wow, I can't even imagine 18 years. Bet you there's a hint coin at the top of this thing. Bet you there's a hint coin at the top of that thing. Bet you there's a hint coin. Oh, hint coin? Yeah. What about this trash can mailbox back there? No? No? The gate? Ivy. Let's go. Gate, they're gonna talk about it. That's the gate to the Ledore estate. The garden has been kept in great condition. The more ostentatious the garden, the better our first impressions. Nothing to talk about in the sky this time? Not going to talk about all the pretty lights? Alright, cool. Back to map. Let's see. Does this tell me how many hint coins I have? I have 26 hint coins. I haven't missed a single one. And while I am proud of that, I think I'm going to cool it a little bit on the search. I'm not going to be as thorough in the future because I don't want to waste y'all's time. What a gorgeous mansion. Who's that up there on the balcony? I forgot to start a timer. Ah, yes. Ooh, this is a cutscene. Great time to start a timer.
Is that
Angela?
I knew he'd come. It's so wonderful to see you again, Herschel.
Wonderful to see you, Angela. You look lovelier than ever. Thank you so much for coming, Herschel. Of course. I left as soon as I received your letter. It was a bit vague, however. Please forgive me. I didn't know how much detail I should have gone into. You know more about the Mask of Chaos than nearly anyone, Herschel. I just didn't know who else I could trust. Oh, where are my manners? Please, won't you come inside? Observe. We can talk inside. Please, come in. This circle thing? Yeah, baby. There's a hint coin for sure. Top of the chimney? They love that. They love that. Windows up at the top? Nope. This chimney? Windows over here? No. Oop. It's so lifelike. I was almost sure it would ask us for directions. Oop. Bush. There's not much to say about the bush, is there? No, there is not. Let's go inside. I'm disappointed in you, Professor. The Herschel Layton I know would never neglect to introduce his friends. You said not to talk! I tried talking to you. Oh, of course. My apologies. This is... Emmy Altava, the Professor's assistant. A pleasure to finally meet you, Mrs. Ledore. And I'm the Professor's apprentice, Luke Triton. Charmed, Miss Ledore. What a polite young man. A pleasure to meet both of you. Please, call me Angela. I'm sorry my husband could not be here. How is Henry these days? Extraordinary how time flies, isn't it? Yes, it is. Henry is doing very well, thank you. You haven't changed a bit, Herschel, aside from finally getting your hair cut. Long hair Herschel? Haha, yes, that. Well, we can talk about that later. Could we discuss your letter for a moment? I must say, we've already experienced quite a bit of excitement since arriving here in Montador. Yes, the masked gentleman, Miscreant, is turning the town upside down. Everyone is on edge. Did you hear that he transformed a group of people into horses? It sounds absurd, I know, but there were several witnesses. Hopefully none of the ones we were writing. Well, we witnessed a very disturbing incident on our way over here. Don't tell me that monster has struck again. Yes, he turned some tourists into stone. I still don't understand how he did such a thing, but it certainly was terrifying. How awful. It's clear the masked gentleman, Miscreant, is trying to destroy our city with the power of the Mask of Chaos. With all of the tourists coming and going here, we still haven't been able to identify all of the victims so far. Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna click in a second, hold on. Alright, cool. Our residents are living in fear, terrified of these marvels, or miracles, or whatever awful name he calls them. Oh, new mystery, never mind. A mysterious villain called the Masked Gentleman is performing oddly dramatic feats across town. He must have some agenda, but his motives are still unclear. The Masked Gentleman started staging his unsettling acts about a month ago. What on earth could he be after? Layton's thoughts too. How can this give the Masked Gentleman the power to accomplish these feats? Extremely popular in the archaeological world. Yep. Okay, cool. Angela, do you know for certain that he has the actual Mask of Chaos? After all, that mask was lost. With Randall. Who's Randall? Randall Ascot was my best friend and the one who discovered the mask. Professor, your best friend discovered the Mask of Chaos. So you haven't told them about Randall? Or the mask? No, I was hoping for... Honestly, I don't know what I was hoping for, Angela. What is it, Professor? You can tell us. Randall discovered the mask, and then what happened after was my fault. You mustn't blame yourself, Herschel. Since the accident, Henry has gone into those ruins many times searching. All these years, searching for Randall. Henry found the mask, Herschel. He what? Yes, he discovered it during one of his excursions, and found a great deal of treasure as well. He came upon it in one of the caves. If he found the mask, then was there... Unfortunately, no. There was no sign of Randall anywhere. Henry is still searching for him, Herschel. Aside from his work and his family, it's the only thing he thinks about. I can't say I blame him. I often catch myself thinking of Randall, even after all these years. Your pendant. Yes, you remember? I love it so, even if it has aged a bit. Not unlike us, of course. Of course I remember it. I never apologized for how I treated you, Herschel. You must forgive my silence all these years. I knew it wasn't your fault, but I just couldn't accept that Randall was gone. I want to say it because I want to say it was because I was young, but that's no excuse. I needed someone to blame, Herschel. I'm sorry. I was completely insensitive to the fact that Randall was your best friend as well. Angela, don't. I never held anything against you. I couldn't save Randall, and I broke my promise to you. It is my greatest regret that my recklessness and poor judgment cost my best friend his life. It haunts me, even to this day. Holy shit, I wasn't expecting such a deeply personal story, even though we got a letter from an old friend with a complicated relationship. Oh, Herschel, I'm so sorry. I know it has been difficult on us all. I guess the other one was kind of personal too, with Triton and all. I forgot Luke's dad's name other than his last name, which is also Luke's last name, cause duh. Well, I guess not cause duh, cause like someone's child could be adopted and then like choose to keep their old last name. The mask reminds me so much of Randall, as does my pendant. I protest, but Henry insisted the mask stay in the house. You kept the mask here? Then how did the masked gentleman come by it? It was stolen about a month ago. And this coincided with the first appearance of the masked gentleman? More or less, yes. Herschel, I want you to catch this villain. I want the mask, and I want Randall's memory to be left in peace once and for all. I will do my best. Can you show me where you kept the mask? In Henry's study. He keeps it locked, and I doubt he will. He keeps it locked, and I doubt he will be home tonight. He has been out more and more lately. Alright, so obvious suspects we've got here. Randall is an obvious choice. Body wasn't found, could still be alive. Wearing the mask and using it to sort of take revenge on those who abandoned him. This town was built by Henry, and Henry seemingly abandoned him. So there could be some hurt feelings there, and it's trying to destroy Henry's greatest achievement so far, or at least that we're aware of. It could be Henry, who's gone mad by the loss of Randall, maybe. That seems ridiculous, but possible, right? Like, grief does strange things, so I could see the story explaining it that way. I'm keeping Descalais on there. I genuinely don't know if he's coming back or what the fuck his deal is, but he's staying on the suspect list. He's Herschel's Moriarty, so probably butchered that. Sorry. Anyway, that's where my head's at. Is that so? In that case, we will take our leave for the evening and return tomorrow. Thank you, Herschel, for everything. I reserved a room for you at dormitory. French? Okay. Well, I mean, Montedor, obviously. It's just west of the city monument. You can't miss it. The city monument. Oh, well, thank you. It was very kind of you, Angela. I want to look at the lamp. It won't let me look at the lamp. What about the plant on the table? What about the chandelier? What about this chandelier? Hint coin? Yeah. What about this painting? What about this painting? Mirror? Window. Couch. I really like the way it's moving. We've stumbled upon a hidden puzzle here. Woo! Okay. Bunny hop swap. Here are some rather unusual rabbit toys. There are 3 rules. The rabbits can only move by jumping horizontally, diagonally, or vertically over other rabbits. They can jump over any number of rabbits at once. A white rabbit will turn brown when jumped over, and vice versa. Can you make all the rabbits here turn brown, following the rules given above? I'm gonna mute the mic real quick because I need to cough. Hold on. Between episodes, I'm gonna refill my water cup so that I can drink. And that's probably gonna help me out a little bit. Touch and hold a rabbit on the touch screen to highlight all the squares it can hop to. To move the rabbit, slide it to a green square. Any white rabbits it crosses over will turn brown and vice versa. Move the rabbits so all the rabbits turn brown. So, like, very obviously we need to do, like, this kind of stuff first.
This is how it's done.
Because there was no other way to accomplish changing the colors of the rabbits on the edges, and then it just kind of figured itself out from there. Correct. And all it took was a few big leaps from our brave bouncing bunnies. It just goes to show what a little courage can do. Bunny Hop Swap has been now added to the puzzle index. It proved challenging, to be sure. I think you and I have different definitions of challenging, Herschel. This house is certainly fitting for a gentleman. You could fit 5 of your offices here, Professor. It's huge. How about a game of badminton? Inside? That feels rude. If you cross the Gallery Plaza and continue west through the Merchant District, you'll see the dormitory. It's good to see you, Angela. We will talk more tomorrow. Get some rest. Yeah, that's probably enough of that. My stomach is growling terribly, Professor. Let's head to the hotel. Certainly. However, before we do that, I would like to do a bit more work. That is, if your stomach has the patience. Oh, of course. I think I'm just famished for clues. Let's return to Carnival Square. I would like to take another look at the scene there. Well, let's get on it then. And we will get on that. Morty? Excuse me, I'm terribly sorry. My apologies, sir. Oh, are you Professor Herschel Layton? I see you have me at a disadvantage. Oh, dear me, I beg your pardon. My name is Morty. A pleasure to meet you. I am Henry Ledore's assistant. Might I ask just how you are familiar with Professor Layton? Oh, Mrs. Ledore told us some days ago to expect your arrival, and here you are. She said I would know by your hat. Please allow me to introduce you to Luke Triton and Emmy Altava. A pleasure. I trust that you have already met with Mrs. Ledore? Yes, however, we weren't able to speak with Henry. Angela said he is otherwise engaged currently? Oh yes, with yet another appearance by the masked gentleman. Yet another appearance by the masked gentleman, miscreant. I'm sure Mr. Ledore will have his hands full for the rest of the night. However, I will inform Mr. Ledore that I saw you here. Please forgive him for not greeting you himself. My duties tonight are as plentiful as they are urgent. You must excuse me. A pleasure to meet you. Likewise, Morty. Thank you. If Mr. Ledore has an assistant, he must be just as important as you, Professor. Well, I'm sure Henry is more valuable to Montador than I ever could be, Luke. Let's investigate Carnival Square once more. Perhaps we can find something that will help lighten Henry's workload. I'm going to take one more step. If that ends up with dialogue, we're ending it. Alright, cool. Gonna take one more step. Oh, those footsteps. Could it be? Yes, the feet of a gentleman would never lie. I know you even without my eyes seeing you. Where is Aldous, you ask? Hidden, he answers. I use the zoom I told you about earlier. Zoom, my lovely, zoom. Not in the alleyway. Oof. Miraculous. It seems you have mastered the zoom. The hairs on my head have never been happier. Boxes? Urn. It's probably more like a vase than an urn. Blue lights out of those windows. That's fascinating. Hint coin? Hint coin. Alright, what's up? You found me with such ease. I knew my faith in your abilities was true. Bravo! Why, thank you. Did you wish to speak with us about something? Ah, yes. Well, if you do not mind, I have something important to show you. See that metal box down there? Place your magnifying glass on it and give it a tap. Stylish clay pot. Success! An item for your collection. You are now like a museum with feet. Ledore hides many odd items and rare works of art. This accent is fucking everywhere. It's not good either. I'm doing a bad job. Find these pieces and build your collection to increase your overall joy. As your collection expands, so shall your heart swell with wonder. The hidden items are many, as are the places in which they reside. Enjoy! I shall definitely look forward to creating a notable collection of this. Thank you. I have no doubt that you speak the truth, and that in anticipation of such words I've prepared a special thing for you. Remember where our destinies crossed earlier in Carnival Square? The wooden box that was there? Be sure to check it again. And now I have graciously shared my wisdom with you, I bid you adieu. I remember him being different in this gallery. He instantly appears to impart his gems of wisdom, and just as quickly he's gone. The collection has been added to the professor's trunk. You got a collection from Aldous. Collection has been added to the professor's trunk. Any treasures you find will be stored here. You can view them at any time. Never a boring moment in Ledore. Now, let's make our way to the fountain. And I'm actually going to make my way to not doing that. Thank you guys very much for watching. Remember to take care of yourselves, and tomorrow's another day. I hope to see you then. Bye.